There we go. Now you can hear me. That's what I have you guys here for. Thank you. Thank you. That's all we needed. Now you should be able to hear me just fine. Right? That's why we don't start the show until you guys come in and kind of do the audio checks. Right now, I take it you can hear me perfectly fine. I take it you can hear.
Can you dig it, sucker?
I take it you can hear. Okay. See? I knew that's just a couple clicks we got to get through. Guys, this is going to be a hot ass show. We got a lot of things to get through. A lot of, there's some tragedies going on around gaming. We also got some positive news around gaming. We have a lot of things. Battlefield 6, we're going to talk about. Everybody know that's the talk of the town. Yes, we were streaming it. We were there right when it released. So we're going to talk more about that. GBATemp as well, going through a struggle that many independent sites are going through. We have our whole food section. We changed the name of it. It's called Dude, I Got the Munchies, man. You hungry? You got your left hand cigarette. Damn, you want your damn munchies. We got a lot going on right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our first story of gaming gone wild. For those who do not know, and I like to preface this because a lot of people do not know what the topic is about. Gaming Gone Wild was Moses Crime Weekly. We talk about gaming crimes that happen around gaming during the week. We try to do things recently. We don't want to cover things way back unless it's something that's happening present, like maybe they got convicted and now there's some further information on the story. That's what we like to do. We don't like to cover a lot of old topics. So without further ado, let's get into this week's episode of Gaming Gone Wild. Okay, this one is crazy right here. So, Chicago's Northwest Side, and for those who do not know, born and raised in Chicago, South Side, Cook County. So this is very near and dear to me. Okay, but Chicago's North Side turned into a real-life Grand Theft Auto early Thursday morning when thieves rammed into a GameStop, hit a police officer with their getaway car, and sparked a highway speed chase that ended in a crash. There were also shots fired along the way. Now, before we used to care about the monetization, we screw that shit. We're telling the story how it is. We're the news here. We keeping it real. I'm done with all the monetization. Certain words we will stay away from, but a lot of them, we just going to let them fly. All right. Around 4:26 a.m., CPD officers spotted several armed suspects burglarizing a GameStop. You see in the video there what they've done when they rammed into it. Now, this was in the 2900 block of West Addison Street. The storefront had been rammed and there was glass everywhere with a white Chrysler sedan and a red Jeep SUV waiting nearby for a quick escape. As officers approached, one of the vehicles struck a responding officer. The injured officer, who suffered non-life-threatening injuries, fired at the fleeing car. Police then pursued both vehicles, but the chase ended when a squad car collided with an unrelated driver. It's unfortunate. No one was hit by gunfire. No one was arrested. Chicago, I tell you. Both getaway cars also escaped. Now, COPA is now investigating the officers' use of force because a lot of people believe that shooting at them directly caused this. And I want to get everyone's feel on that. How do you feel about the officer being rammed by one of the vehicles trying to get away, or either rammed the vehicle trying to stop it, but immediately shooting at the thieves in the car? How do you feel about that? Okay. Apparently, some people are questioning those actions by the officer. Now, local residents say this isn't the first time the store's been hit, and even the property owner is questioning if this GameStop should even keep doing business in Chicago. Just to give you guys a timeline of events, this is at 4:26 a.m. when officers spotted this robbery happening. Now, suspects use a stolen car to ram into the store. So this is not their own personal vehicle. They actually stole a car to do this. Suspects then flee in a white Chrysler and a red Jeep, striking an officer. And officers fire at the vehicle. No one was hit. And as the chase ensued, no one was caught. The reason it's near and dear in my heart, and I'm going to keep it real, for those who do not know, I'm going to announce something right now. I'm a black male. And I know this might come shocking to a lot of you. You just might. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have to break the news to you. But yes, I am a black male. And one thing I see often is certain stores not being able to come into these neighborhoods because they worry about crimes happening. And I'm going to be honest, I don't blame them. This shit is crazy. These are high value items in these stores, and people are finding opportunities to steal from them. And I'm reading off these crimes week after week after week. And to hear this in Chicago, ram the store. I'm going to be honest. I don't have a problem with the police shooting at them. I don't have a problem with it. That's just me. All right. You don't know what's going on. I've been in Chicago, man. If somebody was robbing my house and then they ran my car trying to get away, you think I'm not going to shoot? You're crazy. You're crazy. So I'm with the police on that. All right. Now, they got away. Okay. They did get away. And we're still waiting to probably hear some more information. If you do have any information, I guess you can call Chicago. I don't like to be the whole, this is a snitch thing in Chicago where I'm from, so I can't even really speak too much on it. You know what I mean? I got people who are out there. I ain't trying to catch nobody up, man. I'm just telling the story how it is. They ran the GameStop, man, and they got away. Let's go ahead and move on to the next story. And you thought that one was bad. Man. They get worse. These stories get worse, by the way. Okay. So it started as a father-son trip. Okay. Started as a very, hold on. Let me go ahead and put the do not disturb on. I don't want to get interrupted anymore during the stream. I apologize for the interruption. Okay. There we go. Do not disturb. Bingo. All right. So we should be good. Now, what started as a father-son trip to buy a PlayStation 5 turned into another GTA style situation. So you notice how all these seem to just turn into some random crazy case. Same thing here. Shortly after 7 p.m. on August 5th, a father and a son arrived at the village of Kent Apartments in Bear, Delaware. They arrived there to buy a PlayStation 5. Like many of us have done, when you're making these transactions, no matter where it is on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, for video games. The son had arranged the purchase through a chat while playing Grand Theft Auto Online. I would not have done that, but there are people who have done many different businesses within the game. But instead of getting the console, they were met by 4 suspects, 2 already at the scene and 2 more who rushed in. Masked and armed, and they ready. One robber held a handgun to the son's head, pistol whipped him, and took $50. Another pointed a rifle at the father and took over $600. The group then fled in a Dodge Charger, with the father briefly giving chase until the robbers then opened fire. No one was hit, thankfully, but bullets struck cars and buildings. Police broadcast a vehicle description, and state trooper then spotted the Charger. Okay, we got something going. The driver refused to stop, leading to a chase through Newark. The pursuit ended a Toyota Highlander. It actually flipped, struck a mailbox, curb. It's all fucked up. The 18-year-old Highlander driver was hospitalized with injuries. And you hear me correct, the 18-year-old Highlander driver. The Charger came to rest in a University of Delaware farm field where all 4 suspects fled on foot before being caught. Arrested were Michael Green, Taheem Nicholas, and 2 teenage boys ages 16 and 17. You can't say their names. They're underage. They were all from Newark. Multiple guns were recovered. All 4 face robbery, conspiracy, firearm, and resisting arrest charges, with Green also racking up 11 traffic violations. It's terrible. Thank Lord nothing happened to the father and son, but this is another warning to all those who go out there and make these deals through Facebook Marketplace. My latest deal that I made through Facebook Marketplace, I met up with someone at a police station. It was also monitored. So they had cameras. And if they were to try anything, I think at least, if it's not a fast response, it'll at least be a decent, response to the situation. And nothing happened. open everything, look at everything. I also have the pins to count counterfeit bills. Yes, you need those. A lot of different things you need in these transactions, but it's very simple to do. But you need to watch out. Do not meet people off Grand Theft Auto online. I'm sorry. That is just not what it is. It's just not what it is. It's a damn shame. So let's go ahead and move on. There's nothing more to say on this crap. I mean, nothing more. Hardware, what's going on? Dap me up, Harry Knuckles and all. Shane, what's going on all the way from Melbourne, Australia? We love people. We have people from Melbourne, Australia. We have people from Great Britain, Brazil. You know, we have people all India. People all over. I love it. All right. Most of our audience are from the state, but we got people all over. I love it. Shane, how are you doing? When you come to the States, man, let me know, or I might take my passport and bring my ass over there. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, I told everyone these stories get darker, and this one does too. A California family is now suing Roblox and Discord. They're taking them both their ass to court, claiming that both platforms have enabled a predator to groom, lure, and abduct their 10-year-old daughter in a case that's now part of a growing wave of lawsuits against major online gaming and chat services. This one's near and dear to me, especially when you have people in your family, kids who play Roblox. So listen close if you do. In April 2025, authorities say 27-year-old Matthew Macatuno, and I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, Matthew Macatuno Naval, met a 10-year-old Taft, California girl on Roblox, specifically in a mic'd up hangout space, so you were able to talk. Later moved their conversations to Discord. And Discord, you all know, it's free game on Discord, all right? The family's lawsuit claims Naval posed as a child, then built trust over time. So he posed underage, which many of these people are doing. Okay, they're not putting their real age. They're putting their age as if they're children. And kids believe they're children. All right. Now, he was able to build this trust over time, to groom and get all these things together. So this is why they're suing. On April 13th, Naval allegedly picked her up. Okay, and this is the daughter. Drove her hundreds of miles to Sacramento County and checked into a hotel with her. She was found inside his vehicle in Elk Grove, reportedly in a state of distress. After her father used a phone, which was then used as a tracking app to pinpoint her location, law enforcement was then alerted and came straight to the scene. Naval now faces multiple felony charges, including kidnapping, committing lewd acts with a minor, but has also pleaded not guilty. I don't see how. Okay. In media interviews from jail, he claimed he believed she was older and came to pick her up at her request. The lawsuit filed in San Mateo County accuses Roblox and Discord of negligence, defective platform design, and failing to warn about predator risk. The complaint argues both companies knowingly allow adult strangers to directly contact children without verifying identity or age, creating a hunting ground for predators. The family's legal team points to other recent cases nationwide, including similar suits filed in July and earlier this month involving minors being taken from platforms like Roblox. Roblox and Discord have both said they are committed to user safety, citing moderation teams and AI detection tools, but decline to comment directly because of pending litigation on this case. You know, there's a lot more here I have, but I just want to speak near and dear from the damn heart. Truthfully, this is difficult, man, and I'm gonna keep it real. It's very difficult, and I'm gonna tell you why. It is disgusting what these damn creeps do, but it's very easy to figure out the system and manipulate the system. And if you say, hey, let's put all these different measures in place, it then creates other boundaries for consumers to then access. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Let's say they do have to give verification for being 13 or under. You know, you have to give verification for your 18 and over, but let's say you're 13 and under. Do you have to give verification? At that point, if you get verification, you're giving out your child's information, your child's ID, your child's social. This is personal information for your child. I'm sure we all don't want to give that up, right? Okay. So it's a slippery slope. I do say one thing, it's on the parents to monitor. You need strict times on the apps. Educating the children, do not give any personal information. Do not believe anything. I think that is the most important thing. Do not believe anything. Everything everyone says is not real. It's not. It's online. It cannot be real until it's real, right? So you meet up with someone, it becomes real. You talk to somebody and talk about meeting up. You give your address. It does not become real until you make it real. Stop jumping there. Now, my man, did you know what's going on? Dab me up. He's done interviews as well. I might reach out and speak to him. Just get some more information about this. If you guys want that, let me know. I'll go ahead and get some more information from him. I've talked to many people behind bars, road letters. You know how that go. All right. I'm very curious to see how he believes someone was older than they were. And there are children who can fake their age, but still, even if they were, why would you meet up with them and then take them somewhere else? There is no excuse for that. You cannot be excused on this. There's almost like, I really have to be your lawyer to really start digging deep and to figure out how can you be saved. Grabbing the child and taking them and traveling with the child, you can't beat that. Your intentions are kind of proven by that action. I'm going to be honest. Politically, you're screwed. In the eyes of everyone, you're screwed. So morally, you're screwed. Dude, I'll holler at you, man. I'll holler at you. All right. Damn, that is disgusting, bro. I got to check. I got to start talking to my daughter more about Roblox, bro. Seriously. I got to speak to her more about Roblox because, I'm going to be honest. Let's talk about our own experience. I remember when chat rooms was first around. Shout out to AOL because I think AOL is about to go down soon. I think it's like September 30th, 2025, the last time dial-up's going to be live or something like that. So shout out AOL. Right. But I remember being in the chat rooms for the first time. And one of the big things was ASL, age, sex, location. And you used to talk to people and say age, sex, location. And it was a big thing to get people around your age and to speak with them. And you believed it. There was no real, you didn't know about catfishing. You didn't think you could fake. You almost believed people could find out. It was so much untold and unknown then. So people were just giving up information freely. Me, myself, I dealt with an experience where someone came to my home because I gave up the information. It was a crazy situation, a whole nother time to explain that. But nonetheless, there were different ICQ. Thank you. Did you know? Shout out ICQ. There are many different things that we were raised on, that we talked through, that we realized that shit was real. People were showing up to people's houses. You ask someone to mail you something, they mail you something. So then you had to understand how to play it. And I play it like a game. I don't want to believe nothing that's online. I know it could be real, so I'm going to still act as if myself. But to be honest, it's a lot that goes on behind closed doors. Now people know they can live behind personas. Back then, we didn't know. We thought, oh, shit, we say something, it's over. But you used to be able to go on AOL chat, and guess what you used to do? You used to be able to go, I want to search for everyone who is 18 years old right now in my area who is active live right now. And you would find it and you could talk to them live. Those people were in your area. There was a lot of privacy concerns with AOL when it first started. They changed all that. But that was when it first started. How much we did not know about privacy concerns. You could just find everyone live. You could talk, hey, what's up? I see you in this area. What's your age and sex? So we came from a lot, man. We got to realize that there's still progress. Talk to the kids. All right. All right, y'all. And that is Moses Crime Weekly. Okay. So, that's gaming going wild, man. Did you know, like he mentioned, ICQ, I learned a lot of my information when I was doing modding through different IRC. You know what I mean? That's just what it was. It was like, I'm gonna keep it real. You got it best, man. So let's go ahead and move on to the next topic because holy hell. Oh man, shook it, duck it, quack, quack. Y'all, let's talk about it, everybody, man. This is hard for me, man. Let me take a little drink. And you know why this is tough for me? I'm gonna keep it 100. Y'all, I'm a Call of Duty fanboy. I've been a Call of Duty fanboy. Everybody who watches the podcast faithfully know I have been like, yo, yes, okay. I have been the glizz master when it comes to Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty is the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be. When it comes to shooters, Call of Duty is what you want to be like. It's what you want to do. It's everything. It's what you are. But y'all, I played Battlefield 6. As for those who know, I was there for the open beta the moment it released. I was part of Battlefield Lab, so I was there moment. I didn't need a code. I was able to download it the moment it released. You can see live, I was there. The 40,000 that I seen in queue waiting. We would pop. And I got into the game. Played the game. And I'm going to be honest, y'all. Call of Duty, I'm worried. Y'all, the game was great, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, it was cheaters and shit. It was a bunch of other cheaters. There was a lot of random shit going on, some bugs and other shit. But the game was great. Battlefield 6 is great. I can't hate. I cannot hate. I was trying to find the hate as I was playing the game, reviving people coming down. I was changing my guns and shit. I was trying to find some hate. I was reaching deep. I said, oh man, this ain't like Warzone. Couldn't. So many different teams. You got your squad. You can squad up right away. Everything was there perfect in the beta. That's the beta. Oh, gosh. Now, if they have a free-to-play battle, you know what? Let me get into the topic, man. Let me get into it because you know what? I can go on and on. Okay. Now, the Battlefield franchise, y'all, has just pulled off the biggest comeback in years. We seen that Battlefield 2042 bullshit. Battlefield 6 isn't even out yet. And it's already breaking records. Topping Twitch. I was on there when this was happening. It even beat out Call of Duty's all-time Steam player count. Shut up. Battlefield 6 is set to launch October 10th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC with no paid early access. Just $70 standard edition or $100 deluxe. You might, Call of Duty, I usually hit you with the 100 Call of Duty. You got me covering up like I'm naked, Call of Duty. What are we doing? The multiplayer reveal in Los Angeles not only had fans hyped, but the open beta took the hype to another level. Now, within hours of the early access beta opening on August 7th, Battlefield 6 hit over 600,000 viewers on Twitch. That is within hours. Yes, I was there. I was part of it. A lot of people watching, a lot of new followers. It was a great experience. Okay? It was a great experience. I cannot. But they're quadrupling League of Legends numbers on Steam. It passed 300,000 concurrent players and actually went higher than that. Tripled Battlefield 2042's crap. And also, you know, broke Call of Duty. Right? Man, keep saying that out loud. But popularity came when the server queues hit as high as 270,000, y'all. The server queue. That's the queue to get into the game. No, you're not in the game looking at options and waiting. They don't have a game like Tekken when you used to play the and play the game while you wait on the game to load. They don't have that. You're sitting there staring at the number 270,000. Woo! Now, Battlefield 6 will feature 9 launch maps, including the return of fan favorite Operation Firestorm from Battlefield 3. Every map supports all modes, scaling up or down depending on match type, and large-scale warfare are front and center again. I've seen it. I was in it. Oh, my Lord. a return to the form after Battle 20 Field or Battle 20 Field. You heard me? That's how this shit's crap. I don't want to say it. It's 2042. It's a piece of shit. They have done it. Battlefield is back, man. Now, I'm a Call of Duty fanboy, so I'm not going to give him too much hype. I need to calm down. I actually need to calm down. That's tripping. I'm actually tripping right now. There's partial skill-based matchmaking, but not strict like sweat lobbies, you know. And you do see the sweat lobbies in Call of Duty. I ain't gonna lie. But you got everything, man. Ping, location, the team base. You can slide, jump, to crawling down, to shooting, having people you're coming. Bam, you got all that. Okay. Oh, by the way, Twitch drops and all. We got to change that. You know, that was for the battle. Sorry about you know what I mean? Neo, what's going on? Dab me up. Now, only thing I did not like, there were no traditional server browsers, but that will be available for the full version from what I'm hearing. Okay. You just had a bunch of community shit lined up that you run into. Oh, yeah, this is fun. Whee! You know, that was it. But besides that, you know, we was living good. Now, there's a couple things I have to talk about because this is near and dear to a lot of us, especially here at the channel. Us who maybe do a little modding, right? Us who maybe, you know, dabble into a little thing, you know what I mean? Little homebrew, little couple emulators, things like that. Okay, not too far, but we might dabble. Battlefield makes you turn on secure boot. And I don't know if a lot of people know about secure boot, but it's an option you typically have to turn on in your BIOS. And if you have your hard drives formatted in a certain format, let's just say you're doing a dual boot and you know your I believe it's partition table is in MBR format, right? Which is master boot record. And I'm drinking. So if I remember some of this, I got to know a little bit. Okay. Master boot record. Okay. Guess what happened? You got to kill your dual setup. It's over. Turn it away. You not playing Battlefield. Get out of here. But a lot of people wanted to play Battlefield. Some people even formatted their drives. Some people even seen a black screen trying to enable secure boot. And guess what? Call of Duty will do that. Because Call of Duty needs to do it. Cheating was way more rampant in Call of Duty than what I've seen in the beta. So I'm actually going to say it now. Call of Duty will have you enable secure boot. And I think everybody needs to enable it anyway. What the hell? It's 2025. Enable it. Okay? It's still going. We still got some cheaters out there. Matter of fact, do we have a video of the cheaters? Please tell me we have a video of a cheater. Hold on. I know I have this. I have this so bad. I got it. Okay? Here we go. We're actually going to share the screen right here. Okay? I'm going to share the screen. I hope everyone can see this. I'm going to put it over to the other screen. I don't want it too much. My profile. Okay? Everybody, don't be digging in too deep when I share my screen. Okay? I might have message or something pop up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Not today. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and share the screen. Share screen. Bam. Here we go. We're going to share. Now, where is it at? It's on here. We're going to see. They got cheats going on Battlefield. Here we go. Now, look. There we go. Let's show it. Going on with Battlefield. Right? So people go, what are you enabling secure boot for? Who cares? You can use cheats in the beta. Look at that. You can see everybody. And some people still suck with these cheats, by the way. Okay? My point of saying this, okay, which, by the way, this dude is totally gargling, whoever this dude is, by the way. I think I went further down. And look, he was like, yo, a matter of fact, let's go deeper. Hold on. I have to let you guys know this. Let's look at this. From my understanding, this is one of the developers. Okay? One of the devs. Team are aware, and I believe this player has already been banned, right? Banned. Got rid of him. I believe so. You hear this dude? Maybe reach out and DM at LexMate. He might as well said bitch. Maybe reach out and DM, bitch. I can assure you gaslighting does not work on people like me, you dirty slut. And I can also send you the sources. But please, can you tell me the username of the player in this clip if you banned them already? It's like, what the hell? Bro, she coming out to help. What is wrong with you? She said team hardware, and I believe this player is banned already. She didn't even say with a fact. She said, I believe so. She just helping out on a viral clip that I believe your ass got 8.2 million views on. So anyway, nonetheless, shall we continue? My bad. Okay. Now, Battlefield 6 secure boot requirements on PC and its Javelin anti-cheat have already blocked over 330,000 cheat attempts during the beta. Let's go ahead and clap it up. Okay. 330,000 attempts. Now that's people probably, recreating their account a bunch of times. But 100,000 plus players reporting feeding into detection systems. So there are also people who are reporting this as well. All right. Major difference from Call of Duty. I'm going to say that. Major difference from Call of Duty. I can say there's a couple things where I think it hurts Call of Duty because I'm not going to lie. People are, just for me, I'm going to say this, being a Call of Duty fanboy, I love Call of Duty. Man, I'm still going to rock with Call of Duty, still going to get it, still going to play it. Yeah, I'm one of those. Okay, so yeah, I do help their numbers. Okay, and I'm one of them sheep. Okay, call me whatever. I don't give a fuck. But still, I will say I'm probably going to get Battlefield. That's crazy to say. And the wallet ain't going to get every game. Call of Duty might get left out or held out until later. Because I love this Battlefield, man. And that's hard for me to say. No, I'm still getting Call of Duty, man. I don't care. I'm still getting Battlefield 6. I'm still getting I just get Battlefield 6. Matter of fact, you know what I mean? Since hey, DICE EA, since I went ahead and did the open beta thing early, just hit me with the discount, boy. Stop playing with your boy. Stop playing with your boy. All right? COD forever. I see you. Joshua Drake right there in the chat. COD forever. Right? COD forever. We go back. Man, we go back, man. What are we talking about, man? Let's get off this, man. We got to stop. Hey, Shiva, what's going on? Dap me up, hairy knuckles and all. You know what I mean? What's going on? But I will say the long queues you got to do something about. You got to do something about Battlefield. If I want to talk shit, if I'm going to go ahead and diss you, I'm going to diss you where you deserve to be dissed at. There were a lot of bugs, too, I experienced. Well, I'm going to tell you one bug, and I should clip it. Now, you're supposed to have a specific amount of time you could be revived before you just die, right? I had multiple times where I died, sat there the entire time, could not kill myself. I was trying to kill myself to revive, could not. Had to wait until someone from my team, and I'm shouting on the mic, they came all the way over there and revived me. No one could kill me. There were people on the other team trying to shoot me. So there were some bugs that was going on, and I wasn't using anything cheating-wise. Okay? That's all I'm going to say on that. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. Like I said, we got a lot of hot and spicy topics. Let's see if this is good. Now, I'm not looking at my preview through OBS, so I'm hoping I'll get this good. Now, Joshua Drake, I want to see that. I tried Battlefield Hardlines a while back, but wasn't impressed, so Battlefield not going to sway me. Joshua Drake, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I feel you, Joshua Drake. All them other Battlefields, you know what I mean? It was like, even Battlefield, you might feel like Battlefield 4 wasn't even your cup of tea, right? I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. You know what I mean? I'm with you on that. This Battlefield, if you like to play with your homies, I don't know, Joshua Drake. I'm just saying. I don't know, man. It's the first time in a long time. You never seen me being a Call of Duty fanboy, like ever scared, right? This is a time. Call of Duty better watch out. But I'm with you, Call of Duty for life. All right. Let's move on to the next one. This one is another one, man. Like I said, on this platform, we only talk about shit that's near and dear to our hearts. We don't talk about that bullshit. We keep it real over here. Stuff that we access, we use, we do, we try, and we touch. We talk about. But right now, we're going to talk about GBATemp, which is a very famous website for a lot of people that tune in. Let's talk about it. Damn, that's good. Whew. Now, for over 20 years, guys, could even be longer, I don't know, but I'm just saying over 20 years. GBATemp has not only been a go-to hub for gaming news, homebrew news, it has been a big place for community discussion. I want everybody to understand that first. It's been a big place for community discussion, for people to actually verify or unverify specific sources, hear information. That's what I want to capture most about this. All right. But this week, the site's administrators had to keep it real. They talked about something that many independent sites are dealing with. But this message was very blunt. They put ad revenue has collapsed and they're being forced to change how ads work just to survive. And here's the thing, they ain't the only ones. Everybody dealing with it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just tell people a couple things. We will talk about what we could do to help GBATemp. I'm also going to give some of my experience with GBATemp, and they dog me. I ain't going to lie, GBATemp. Part of me want to say screw you too, but I love you so much. I would, just for my own dumbness, I cannot say screw you. Sometimes you got to wear the I've been dunked hat, right? You got to, hey man, it was me, dude. I was dumb. You just gotta wear it sometimes, and that was on me. So I'm not even gonna destroy GBATemp. That's some on me. All right, but they've had to change the ad revenue because of a couple things. They've mentioned a lot of great reasons, but let's go deep into it. First is the big tech traffic squeeze, and this is something they mentioned that when I thought about it, I was like, damn, they right. Now, Google, their AI overviews answer your question right there in the chat. You no longer have to go to the site. So just think about that. Many of us, and I'm sure when I mentioned that first, I thought about myself. How many times have I asked a question and I did not click on the site for the source? Now, one thing I want to ask with that is, even when Google has to refer to that site for the information, does that website get a view? Does that website get traffic revenue? Because if it does not, that is a shame on Google, and that is a way of big business ripping off these independent sites. I'm going to say that first. Okay, if nobody else going to say that shit, I'm going to say it first, because I don't think nobody's talking about that. How in the hell can AI can search 28 sites, right, in the matter of couple seconds? All those sites should be receiving some sort of compensation for AI being able to source their site for the information. So GBATemp should be receiving some revenue for that shit. That's bullshit. But that is a big reason of why they mentioned they don't get a lot of hits to the site anymore. If anyone's asking a question about these specific things on their site, they're getting the answer right there in Google. They don't even have to click the site, which then leads to them not getting any ad revenue. All right. Now, let's continue. They also mentioned a creator platform shift, because creators are now using platforms. And a lot of you are watching these platforms right now. YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, whether it's X, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Trovo, DL Live. Like, we got so many damn platforms that we go live on, right? A lot of information gets consumed through these platforms, and people don't dive into these forums. Now, I think that people still dive into forums, because me growing up, I did have YouTube available. But the thing about me is I had forums first. So I was able to dive in and discuss within a community before I had those videos. So I probably am one that I'm an exception. I could say that. If you brought videos and, a community like forum to someone, I think they probably choose the video. So, and the next topic, which by the way, brought it right into it, video dominates and tech struggles. Over 80% of internet traffic is now video, and those ad dollars are now following. So text heavy communities earn far less. So what these advertisers are doing are paying more for you to place video ads on your website, which use more resources for the consumer like you and I. But at the same time, if they were to place text ads, they're going to receive less revenue, which is discouraging to these independent sites, which then leads to sites, Kotaku, Eurogamer, all these other popular sites who run these video ads. It's because it's making them a lot more revenue versus these text-based ads. And this is the way business is doing it. This is why when I say big business continues to get rich, Pay attention to behind the scenes. And I got stock in Google. Okay. So I'm technically an investor, but this is bullshit. This is bullshit. All right. Now, this one is a little bit of all of us, and we all have to take note of this. Ad blocker saturation. Oh my goodness. We all have to be admitting our own problem with this. So 30 to 40% of all users block ads entirely. Okay. On tech heavy sites like GBATemp, it's even higher. So I would like to ask everyone right now in the chat, do you use an ad blocker? If you're watching the chat now, or you're maybe just in the live stream surfing around in the kitchen, and do you use any active ad blocker? Think about it. If you use an ad blocker, it's great maybe when you're on maybe you're on YouTube and you're trying to dodge that ad. Maybe you're tired of paying, Facebook. They're throwing ads in my face, but you have to think about independent sites as well. Sites that do not get paid by the big umbrella, as they say. You are now blocking revenue for them. The ads don't show for you. You might have a better experience, but they also get less ad revenue. So I encourage everybody right now, if you do use GBATemp and you have ad block or any ad block plus or anything, just turn off your ads for GBATemp. That's it. Turn off your ads for GBATemp. Help them out, right? So, and there's also a lot of privacy and policy changes. That's like the last one. I kind of on that, but there's cookie crackdowns, brand safety filters, regional restrictions. So it makes ad targeting less profitable. So an ad that targets someone in India might not be as profitable as it used to be. That's what I would think that means. Okay. So one thing they could do, GBATemp could do more video ads. And if they do that, you guys have to allow ads. Okay. Premium memberships. I think they already offer premium memberships. I'm not sure. They could, but maybe get more into memberships. They do have a Patreon. So everybody, please check out their Patreon. I'm not sure if the link, if you do have the link, you can put in the chat, but they do have a Patreon that you could actually join. Okay. And be a part of. That might be part of the premium membership, but this way you could actually be giving back to the website if you do use it. And I think it's like $2 a month. Same thing like Wololo.net, which is another website. These independent sites, man, it's not a bunch of people working for them. It might be 3 dudes, 1 dude, right? 1 lady, 3 ladies, who knows? Okay. They also could do like merchandise, partnerships, branding and all that. But that's kind of going down the dirty route, I think. What we can do, whitelisted, subscribe, donate, go to the Patreon, do whatever you can do to help GBATemp. And I'm going to tell you why you need to help sites like GBATemp. And this is very important to me. When I started out doing all my modding, right, I did have IRC groups and other shit, but I can tell you GBATemp was one of those websites that I used often during the time when I first started modding the Nintendo Switch. A lot of great information was there. A lot of the developers for the software, the different homebrew softwares that I was using for the Nintendo Switch, they were there accessible, and I was able to talk to them through GBATemp because they were there. So big shout out to GBATemp, man. If I get, what I got for you? Okay, that was bogus, GBATemp. I got to do something. There we go. Okay, give them something. Don't do the SpongeBob. Okay. But nonetheless, GBATemp, they did roast me one time. I remember SX Retro. I made a post about SX Retro and how it was going to be released. I was speaking with a group that was part of Team Executor, I believe. And they were like, we got this SX Retro stuff. And I thought it was cool. I didn't know shit, man. I was new in the game. You know what I mean? I helped out. I didn't put up any personal files of the game, but that shit did have a virus on it. Right. And not like a bad virus, but it was detected as a virus on the antivirus and shit. So, of course, it got taken down. Everybody on GBATemp flamed me. What are you coming in here for? Trying to give this up. And it was really because they were part of Team Executor. And I didn't know Team Executor was like shitted on GBATemp. So I learned a lot from GBATemp that day. So, I ain't got nothing against them. You know what I mean? I paired up with the wrong team. You know what I'm saying? You get on the wrong team and you got to be able to come in. Bow! Take a shot. Bow! That's how I was, man. Good job. You know what I mean? So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next topic. Before we move on to the next topic, I do want to say, if you are a person who uses GBATemp or any website that is an independent website that you use for anything, whether it's studying, community, even to just show different things off. Maybe you want to show your artwork. Maybe you want to show what emulators you're running, different things, homebrew questions. This is the perfect place. Okay, the perfect place. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Now, one thing I thought of, I got to look at the content. Are we stuttering a little bit? I don't have it. We're actually, wow, I might go ahead and get the Ethernet cord. I do not like this. Okay, are we kind of blurry? How are we looking right now? I feel like we good. Can I get a look check? Are we good? I feel like we blurring up, we stuttering, we pop, lock, and dropping. How we looking? Because I'm trying to get it wireless. I don't want to have to run the cord the whole way, but I'll go grab the cord. You know what I mean? I'll grab the cord. So let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. All right, y'all. This one is, yo, dude looks like such a douchebag in the back, bro. He looks like such a douchebag. I don't know why. Now, in the chat, tell me how we look, man. How we look in the chat? Are we looking straight? Because I feel like I don't know. Hold on. I need to pull up right now on the side. Because I feel like we kind of, are we pop locking dropping right now? Because if we pop locking dropping, I can't do it. You know, I need creme de la creme. I could have got the Ethernet cord, but I'm trying something different. Oh, shit, it look good to me. I can even see the sweat off my head. You know what I'm saying? Look good to me. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're not playing a game and no shit. I don't need much internet. You see what I mean? So, this one's something I started doing. We started doing it last week, and I might have to come out the jacket, y'all. This is one of the hottest topics, y'all. Last time we did this, everybody was commenting, and I'm telling you, we're going to put up clips, and you watch and see. But every gamer loves snacks, man. Every gamer loves food. And I think as we become this gaming platform, it's only right that we discuss the snacks, the food, the shit we gonna eat while we playing the game. And I don't know about you guys, late night gaming is nothing better than having some late night food by you or some late night snacks. So what we're going to be doing on this segment called Dude, I Got the Munchies. Yes, for all you left-hand cigarette folks, for all you folks who getting drunk coming from the bar, or all you folks just hanging out who like to stay up late and like to hit the fast food joint at 2 a.m. Guess what? We're going to talk about all the latest things coming out soon to your latest fast food store or anything else, and we want to do it real quick. So without further ado, let's get to it. Now we got, hold on, I got to get it ready. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. I haven't done this. Okay, Shake Shack isn't just about the burgers no more. Them crinkle cut fries, that's not it. They've rolled out a dedicated hot dog lineup. We're talking premium all beef glizzies, y'all. Toasted potato buns and all the toppings that go beyond the basic ketchup and mustard combo. They mixing it up. And I'm not going to lie, looking at those, you can see that the bun is grilled. You can see the hot dog is grilled. They split it and they putting all types. I'm not going to lie, Shake Shack. What you doing? What? Talk to me nice. What? There is somebody who gets high as shit in the back of the Shake Shack product testing room. And that man is working miracles. Dap up to that guy right there. Holy hell, them dogs look good. Okay, some locations are featuring chili cheese dogs. Others have spicy pepper relish options. It's like they're aiming to make dogs here to stay. Beautiful. So, Shake Shack, shout out to you. Move on to the next one. Y'all, this one I don't really give a shit about, but everybody goes crazy over this. And I know my wife is probably, oh my gosh, oh my God, pumpkin spice latte. Oh, the fuck. I love it. Oh, sip it. Excuse me. Move out the way, you stupid. I don't give a shit. You know, that's how I feel like Starbucks people are. But nonetheless, it's the drink that signals the start of fall. Every bougie bitch comes out the woodworks for this drink right here. Even if it's 90 degrees, 20 degrees, it don't matter. The pumpkin spice latte is back earlier than ever with this combo of espresso, steamed milk, pumpkin, cinnamon, nutmeg, and whipped cream. Yes, this year Starbucks is also pairing it with new pumpkin bakery treats for a full-on seasonal overload. So whether you're a diehard PSL fan or the type who just want to talk shit about it on social media, you got the chance to, okay? Pumpkin spice latte. Shout out to you. Now, I want to say this. Where he said, I do not drink coffee. Starbucks is not for me, man. I'm not, you know what? I'm going to keep it real for you, Camille. Now, this is me on record. I'm going to just say it, man, as a black male, okay? I had Starbucks one time, man. That shit got crack in it, man. They put crack in their drinks, allegedly, because you know they it's a lot of shit. They take shit personal. Allegedly, they put crack in their drinks. So oh my goodness, delicious. Now, I drink coffee. I do drink coffee. Okay, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't the best. I make better coffee at home, but if you're on the run, you just need some coffee, and they put the drizzle and shit. They make you believe it's something mentally. These drinks, they got some. Nonetheless, let's move on. We ain't gonna talk about it. Pumpkin spice latte coming, very soon. Go ahead and get your bougie bitch on. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So this one, oh my goodness. So KFC's decided to not only serve pickles on the chicken sandwich. You thought that was it? Hell no. KFC said, turn it up. They're frying them up as a snack all on their own. Yes, dill pickle chips coated in the same seasoned batter they use for the chicken. Now, I'm not going to lie, that chicken batter for the original recipe, woo, KFC. Okay, and I'm not even a pickle guy. You might get me to eat a pickle. Okay, not like that. That sounds mad, pause already, but y'all know what I mean. Eat a dill. Oh, gosh, I was about to say dill pickle. Let's just move on. Okay, but they're fried, crispy, served with a side of dipping sauce, and perfect for anyone who loves salty, tangy crunch, and you got to dip. So if you're a person who just loves pickles, maybe like fried okra or, certain things that are fried and crispy, this might be right up your alley, the Kentucky Fried Pickles. Yeah, I'm not a pickle guy either, Camille. That's a big deal for me, but, they might give me the original recipe batter is something, though. They might give me the try one just for that. They might give me the try one. All right, let's go ahead and move on. This one I'm very curious of. Okay, I'm very curious of this one. Sonic, okay, has an exclusive, but Whataburger has a better one. This is the classic Dr. Pepper base mixed with blackberry syrup and vanilla ice cream. Now, I don't know, is Sonic and Whataburger like together? Because they also make similar things. I remember Sonic having something very similar to this. But nonetheless, Whataburger now has a Dr. Pepper blackberry shake. And I don't know if it's out yet, but it's going to be coming soon. So you just go ahead and look out. But I'm not going to lie. Dr. Pepper, pretty decent. Black cherry Dr. Pepper. We might be on to something with the Dr. Pepper blackberry shake. I have to try it. It sounds kind of weird, but I do have to try it first, okay? It's a mix of fruity sweetness, all right, Dr. Pepper spice, and a creamy shake texture, all right? Now, how do you guys feel about that? Could be terrible. Could be delicious. I don't know. I do not know. This is a very, very crazy experiment, but they got me. They got me, okay? You got me with this one, okay? I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to try it. Let's go ahead and move on. I'm not going to lie. Whataburger, shout out to y'all. That's creative. That's creative. Let's move on to the next one. Y'all, oh my Lord. Oh my goodness. I almost want to throw up. I need a drink. Okay. Smoothie King is teaming up with Heinz to create a ketchup flavored smoothie. They're calling it a savory sweet experience. It's ketchup. Okay. Blending tomatoes, spices, and other ingredients into a drinkable form. It's a novelty item aimed at adventurous eaters or just hardcore ketchup fans, but polarizing on, I think, like a Bloody Mary or some shit. Like, I don't know. Like, what is it polarizing? A Bloody Mary, some type of like tomato drink. Like, oh my goodness. But if you're a type of person that loves any type of tomato drink, then this is probably right up your alley. But we're talking about a smoothie that's cold, that's ketchup flavored. Oh, y'all, what are we doing? This is why I got the munchies, right? That's why we call this segment I Got the Munchies. You only got it. This is a munchie shit. You got to be stoned as hell to be like, dude, it's not that fucking bad. It's fucking disgusting. No, I ain't gonna lie. My bad. To everybody who love their tomato drinks, my bad, because vegetables and fruits and all that is good to get into your system. Okay? Shout out to y'all. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay. So what is this next one? Okay. All right. We might be on to something now. We might be talking now. So that shit look delicious on. I ain't even got to read. Look at that, man. Cinnabon teamed up with Reese's. That's all you need to know. Look at the screen. Nothing else needs to be said. Cinnabon and okay, let's give them the respect, though. because they do deserve the respect. It's so delicious. Cinnabon is teamed up with Reese's. Now they have a peanut butter and chocolate swirl version of their classic rolls. Now you get that gooey, cinnamony, sugary interior replaced with like Reese's Pieces, peanut butter, just loaded. Oh my goodness. Holy hell, calories, here I come. Okay, but I'm not gonna lie. I think the peanut butter could probably be too much. You might have to I got to see the ratio. I got to see the ratio of the Cinnabon, okay? Because Cinnabon's got a good ratio. But when you talk about putting a lot of peanut butter in there, I don't know. Reese's Pieces is pretty light. Reese's Pieces is a slept-on candy, man. Let's talk about that. Why is it slept on? It's so good. It's light. It's not so peanut butter heavy, right? Why is it slept on? A Cinnabon and Reese's Pieces, I like. Beautiful mix. So nonetheless, Cinnabon, Reese's, beautiful collab. Nothing else needs to be said. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now this, oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go into this one. Dell combined two things nobody ever asked for in a fried pickle. So, fried pickles are now tossed in crispy batter, stuffed into a soft taco shell with lettuce, cheese, and tangy sauce. It's crunchy, salty, weird. But I think this is going to be up a lot of people's alley, believe it or not. I think this is going to be right up people's alley. I think there are going to be a lot of people who are going to get this and love it. Because I know people who love pickles like, and I can't stand it. But there are people who love pickles and they love dill pickles. Imagine having a pickle fried, deep fried. Oh my goodness, it's their dream with a taco with toppings and everything. Oh my goodness, they're tearing that shit up. Eating it left and right. Now for me, I ain't gonna say, I don't want to disrespect all the people. Okay, all the people out there. Okay, I don't want to disrespect all the people out there. Hold on. Okay, I'm making sure the stream's still looking good. Okay, so all I gotta do, I gotta make sure the stream looking good. My bad. But nonetheless, this is Del Taco. Anybody, if you want to try the fried, the fried pickle taco, you can go to Del Taco to try it out. And that, y'all, is the segment. Dude, I got the fucking munchies. Now, y'all see how that went. That was nice, man. We got to keep, I'm not going to lie. When we clip that, people are going to talk a lot of shit about some of the stuff on there, like the smoothie drink and all that. But I'm very curious to hear what people have to say. And also, this dude behind me looks like such a fucking douchebag on so many levels. Am I like the only one that thinks this dude look like a douchebag? But nonetheless, okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. I told y'all we got hot ones today. We got to keep moving on. Hold on. Can I get this right? Come on. Let's go. All right. So notice the tattoo. What is delayed is not denied. And notice there's something blurred behind me. We're going to talk about it. And people try not to laugh. Okay, can we get serious? All right. But this week, the focus on the WNBA court shifted from the whole Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, the women want more money. It all changed. That's all gone. Now we are talking about big deal, you know what? I'm going to just say sex toys. How about that? Different sex toys flying onto WNBA courts. So, since late July, 6 incidents have occurred across WNBA games in Atlanta, Chicago, LA, Phoenix, New York, and elsewhere. There have been neon green shaped, you know what, thrown onto the court mid-game. These incidents not only forced arrest, but everybody knows, what is it, Delbert Carver? He's like the main one. That guy's picture is everywhere. All right. He's the dude that got caught and arrested. He's the biggest one. All right. But there's also Caden Lopez in Phoenix. Okay. Who's another one. But these have triggered league-wide conversations into what's going to happen when these things start, being thrown onto the... And I don't know. We're going to discuss more about it. But the WNBA has responded by banning offenders for at least 1 year and cooperating with law enforcement to pursue felony charges if warranted. So, one thing's for certain, they're going to try to say you could hurt someone, you can danger somebody, you can get someone, but the truth of the matter is you're kicking them out for a year. If this is such a big deal, then kick them out forever, right? That's another story. So a crypto meme coin group, believe it or not, is behind this Yo, I gotta say it now, man. It's just ruined. We gotta say it, okay? This crypto meme coin group behind this whole thing is called Green Dildo Coin, and they have publicly claimed responsibility. They admit the stunts were planned to launch the coin and generate a viral buzz around the coin. So now a lot of people are checking out this crypto coin, and hey, they're now purchasing this coin. Now it's not a protest. It's I call it guerrilla warfare marketing, baby. That's what it is. Just using any type of media tactics to sell your coin and make money. So betting markets sprang up around the incidents, with some wagering 460,000 on whether a toy would show up mid-game. So there were people betting big time bucks. And when a toy got thrown, there was big time rewards. I'm telling you, okay? Now, WNBA players and coaches say these incidents aren't just edgy pranks. They're underscore pervasive disrespect and sexualization of women in sports. Minnesota Lynx head coach Cheryl Reeve called the coverage parallels on an opinion piece framing the trend as skibbity brain rot. I hate to even say that damn term, skibbity. Like, oh my gosh. But it's an online culture that these kids use nowadays, skibbity toilet, skibbity, But the one heartbreaking incident involved a 12-year-old girl being hit by the toy. So yes, she had one hit her in the head. And for those who do well, many of you don't know, I'm gonna just say, but apparently these toys weigh a lot of weight. Okay, and they hurt when they're thrown very hard. Okay, so it taps into the rising issues that can happen within the society very quick when it comes to social media. So I want to talk to everybody right now. Do you think incidents like this should be a felony crime? Do you think people who do these incidents should be held to these felony standards? That's one. Two, do you think the WNBA taking the stance that this is almost an old school tactic to give them some sort of sexual harassment, do you believe the WNBA is correct for taking that stance? Now, some people would say if men had, fleshlights, thrown onto the court, right? Would that be disrespect? How would they feel? And I'm going to be honest, they would laugh. They would throw it and they would keep moving. That is the honest truth of what men would do. There has been many things thrown onto the court already during men games. There have been bananas thrown at players and they've been called all types of racist remarks. There's been chicken wings thrown at them too. There's been tomatoes launched at players for stinky performances, lettuce, all types of things. So believe me, in this one instance, I do agree, but I also disagree. Two things can be true at the same time. They did this because throwing it in a WNBA, women very easily spun the narrative. And when you spun the narrative, you actually did exactly what they wanted to happen for the meme coin. That's why they threw out exactly what they wanted you to see. You have to understand there are some people who knows easily what's going to happen in certain circumstances. I'll give you an example. If I make a call to 911, okay, let's just say I make a call to them right now. I know they will probably come to where I am at. That's safe to assume. I'm safe to assume if I have certain things or certain actions that happen at that time, they're going to react a certain way. It's the same thing that was planned. It was almost like you fell right into it. So you can take the stance, and guess what? They'll stop throwing them. It was only for a meme. There'll be something else thrown next time. And you'll say, hey, you can't throw anything at the games. And now, hey, it takes away from fans throwing anything. Yeah, cool. But hey, what changes? Really nothing, because fans don't really throw things on the court anyway. So it's another thing of a small group of people ruin it for a bigger group. It's what it is. Yo, what's good? Oh, to hit the donate, man, you got a couple options. You got the YouTube, you got the Twitch. Cash App is I usually put the Cash App up, man. I stopped putting the Cash App up. You know what I mean? Cash App, I think it's the same. It should be the same as everything. Nick Moses 05 YT. You know what I'm saying? Nick Moses 05 YT. You know what I mean? For the Cash App. PayPal, Nick Moses 05 YT. Like I'm all over, man. I got it. And you can hit donate from the Twitch page. If you go to the home Twitch page, you'll see my donate right there. I got many places you can donate, my dog. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Tithes and offerings, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. But yo, without further, we're going to go ahead and move on to the subject, the main one, the Bazzi Bow of the hour. Let's move on to it. Everybody, y'all know this as choose your pay. Hey. This is a segment that has done the most views of any segment on the show. Yes, it is a fact. When we clip up all the segments, the second one is Gaming Gone Wild, Moses Crime Weekly. That is number 2. But Choose Your Fate dominates by far. Everyone seems to love it. Okay? And Camille, you don't know nothing about that wolf pack, man. You don't know nothing about the wolf pack, man. Don't be talking about that wolf pack. All right? So, without further ado, y'all, look, there you go. Okay, they got it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Choose Your Fate. Now, this is always, usually we cover different things. We do food, we do games, we do everything. But this one is a game. We're gonna keep it strictly gaming. We all gaming today. Okay, but these are some tough gaming choices. All right, they're always that way. Now, my producer throws them on, so I hope they got it right. Okay, man, I better have some good ones too. Without further ado, choose your fate. Okay, let's get to it. All right. This is not it. This is not Choose Your Fate. We did this one. We did this. See what I mean? Okay, let me see if I can do it. Let me hit the producer. Tap, 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 producer. Where is it at? You ain't got it, producer. What are you doing? We had this already planned. Didn't you do this? Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. There we go. See, producer got it for me. That's how it is. Producer in the back. They got it done that fast. That's how we work. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and do the first one. Which deserves a better... Hold up. I said better. I got to get this right because this is a big one. Which deserves a bigger backlash? Nintendo's price hike or EA loot boxes and microtransactions? Y'all, this is a tough one. Both are douchebaggy ass shit. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. This is tough, man. This is very tough. I think I got my answer. And you go in on Choose Your Fate, you gotta go in. So which means you go with the one answer and you stick with it. You stick it to the other answer. You don't give a shit. Okay. I'm gonna go with loot boxes, man, and microtransactions, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because with loot boxes and microtransactions, you don't know what you're getting. It's always random. It is the closest thing to gambling that you can do to little kids as possible. There's no promise of anything. So it's definitely a form of gambling for minors, all right, for kids and for grown-ups. Grown-ups are the worst. Oh, let me buy another major pack. Let me buy another major pack. And many games use these tactics. EA, the way they do it in their games is almost, no, I'm not even going to say almost. It is pay to win. That's what makes it disgusting for EA loot boxes and microtransactions. They are pay to win. One thing I can say with Nintendo Switch, at least Nintendo Switch has held up over time. Nintendo Switch console, I still got 2 original Nintendo Switch 1 consoles. Guess what? They work great. They still work. Yes, the Joy-Cons got drift, but I don't care. They still work great. Nintendo consoles hold up. So they raised the price on them. I know y'all mad. I'm mad too. But guess what? At least you know what you're getting. At least you get to hold it and wear it. With loot boxes and microtransactions, you don't know what the fuck you about to get. So, of course, it's EA loot boxes and microtransactions. Now, I want to go to the chat. Okay, I don't want the chat to bother me. Okay, I have to make my decision. Then I go to the chat. Joshua Drake, EA loot boxes. Agreed. Terrible. Okay. All games going up anyway. We got Camille. First choice, microtransactions. Have its own life, but it does not affect everyone in gaming. Oh, damn. I ain't gonna lie, man. Do I got what I got for you, man? Oh, damn. My bad, Camille. That wasn't posted. My bad, Camille. My bad, man. Let me go ahead and mix it up for you. What I got? I got something else.
Round 2.
There you go.
Fight.
He coming out swinging, man. Camille said it. He right. Because at least you got the choice to not play that game. You can go on to another game. Nintendo's across the board. Everybody's going to be affected who plays Nintendo. My man got a point. Okay, bad player. Microtransactions for sure. It'll say free to play, but really it's $50 a month by the time you get to the end of it. Talk to him nice. He ain't lying. Okay, you know how many games? Hey, you want to add free experience? $23.99. Damn, that's just for ad free. That's not including everything. Oh man, they got us, man. They got us. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that's my choice for this one. Let's move on to the next one. That was a good one. That was a good one. All right, that was a tough one though. Oh, okay. Damn, this one, they making us fight. Which is more insulting to players? Playing 35,000 hours and then getting a bad update that just ruins the game? Or your fan favorite mode in your game being removed? I'm going to say the worst would probably be, you got to go with your answer. You got to stick with it. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes. Then I'm going to open up. I'm going to go with it. I got it. Okay. I think it's playing 35,000 hours and getting a bad update to ruin everything, y'all. I'm not going to lie. How do you spend almost your life playing a game? Like you dedicate your life to a game. That means every time I wake up, go to sleep, I eat, sleep, shit, piss, and talk the game. Okay? If I don't play the game, I don't eat, I ain't smiling, I ain't drinking, I ain't doing nothing. I got to play the game. That's 35,000 hours of a game. And you get an update to ruin that? I'm sorry, the developers come under fire. This is why you have the stories of people playing games and going to developers' homes. I'm telling you, they get mad. They play 35,000 hours. They devoted their life. It's almost like following a scientist and, I followed your projects and your works forever. And he says it was all a lie. Dun, dun, dun. It doesn't work. At least your fan favorite mode get pulled. Guess what? You hopefully got to create a mode. Create a mode like it. Bad update. That's my final answer. So now we go. Camille. I don't know. Both are bad. That's tough, man. They both bad. That's why I said they're making us fight today, man. They're really making us fight today because these are some tough ones. Like they both suck. But I got to go in, right? This is choose your fate. You have to go in with an answer. And just to give you guys some ideas, it's great for the show. Okay, we're not just doing this. We're doing it for you. Okay, if I was just to sit here and be like, they're both bad, and I think they're both equally bad. Let's go on. Like, that shit ain't entertaining. Okay? Nobody wants to hear that. They want to hear it, what you feel. And I feel like out of both of those choices, that one is more worse, and it's terrible compared to the other one. The other one don't even stand a chance. That's what it is. Oof, got me fired up here. All right. So let's go ahead and move on. Okay, here we go. What is up with all the negative ones? Producer! Which is worse for the gaming culture? Just chatting on Twitch being bigger than gaming? Or streamers sponsoring crappy games? This one I don't even have to think. I know the answer. It is just chatting on Twitch being bigger than gaming. And I'm not even just going to say because just chatting is bigger. First of all, I am a streamer that sponsors crappy games all the time. Okay, and I can tell you, guess what? I'm being paid, so of course I'm a smile. What the hell? Yo, do you go to your job and frown as you're serving people? Right? You don't want to be there. Do you sit here, hey, how you doing today, man? Damn, shit. Damn, you want another one? Beep. Hey, give me them damn Reese's, man. Beep. You don't do that. I'm sorry. You don't put on a mug while you doing. So I'm sorry if streamers, okay, we're playing crappy games and we're smiling. Hey, guys, go check this out. Hey, guys, give it a play. I swear this game is going to be one on wish list. I tell you. What are we supposed to do? We getting paid. We getting dineros, man. We gotta say it. It's part of the contract. What do you think you would get paid to do a commercial and be like, hey, man, I don't use this every day. I don't, but I'm here to tell you to use it. I know I don't got any of it in my house, but I know it's for you. You can't do that. So, of course, just chatting on that alone for disrespecting me on the topic, okay? That's it. Just chatting on Twitch, a bigger disappointment. We should not just be talking more than we're gaming. We should be gaming more than we're talking. And right now, I don't even know if we're just chatting. We might be showing up on Twitch under Battlefield 6. Okay, speaking of, we actually might be showing up. I'm not going to lie, under. We'll change that later, by the way. But, it just happens. It just happens. We can't change it, okay? So, nonetheless, okay, just chatting is worse. Let's move on. And hopefully we can get something positive. Producer. Here we go. All right. Yo, okay. This one ain't like bad. This one's like a mix. This one's like a mix right here. All right, okay. So let's go ahead and read. Before we get into this one, I want to read what Camille had to say. You cannot say something is a bad game. It is just different. Then some people, may lack some mechanics and features, but it is still set in its own vision. If someone created a new Snake game with a different background than the original one, are we saying that it is a crappy game? Well, no. There are other people enjoying Snake. Well said, Camille. Well said. So one person's trash, or what is it? One man's trash is another man's treasure. That's a famous saying, right? So for me, streamers playing sponsored games and all, that's not the issue. It's nowhere near the issue. Okay, that's the same thing that was happening on TV and any other doing it. Like, that's, come on. All right, just chatting is way worse than that. All right, so which would you rather deal with? Paying $80 for a great finished game or $60 for an unfinished game? Now, this is really testing all those who talk about the price points, right? Who talk about they got a problem. Well, what if we could reverse it? What if there was no more $70 games? What if there was $60 games? Still get the piece of shit that you was talking about before. Or you could pay $80, get it all good. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I'm one of these. I changed, man. I don't know why I became this, man. I must have got old. But y'all, I'm paying $80 for a finished game, man. I'm not going to lie. I need my game finished, bro. I don't care if you got to take longer. I need my game finished. I don't want no buggy. If you're going to give it to me buggy, just keep it. I'm like, yo, and that's how he is. Like, I was born around, I told you, Chicago, Cook County. If you did a deal, man, I need to see the product. I need to feel, okay, it's good, man. All right, I feel you. Can I plug it in? Let me plug it in right here. The socket right here. Because, okay, all right, good. We good, man. Yeah, here you go. Bam. Everything. Okay, I'm sorry. I need a great finished game. I don't need Cyberpunk, 2077. What Joe call it? Cyberpunk 404. I don't need all these error messages in my game for $60 and I saved $20. No. Okay. Even though that $20 is going to get used later on for some DLC or some upgrades that might help you out. But we ain't talking about that. I ain't giving you no props today. $80 for the finished game. We don't want your crap, sir. Keep it if it's 60. There we go. Drop it like it's hot on that one, man. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh, see, this is this was all negative. This is all negative. Producer. All right, here we go. Which is worse for future gaming? Now I feel like we blurring out. Hold on. Can we come back? Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do that. There we go. We might be getting back. All right. So, which one is worse for future gaming? Studios deleting games from your library or studios requiring constant online check-ins? I'm going to be honest. I think this is the worst thing ever. I think this is dirty. I think it's disgusting. I think it is one tactic that is the dirtiest of them all. And that is, of course, deleting games from your library. I'm sorry. Any publisher, developer, I don't care who you are. When you release a game, You do not have no right to take it back at all, ever. That is what we call ownership. If you sell me something, I own it. Now, at the same aspect, I know what you're going to say. Well, if you own it, would you be mad if we gave you updates or we held them back, right? You got to come back here to get updates. You got to someone, okay, I don't want updates. Now what? I don't want updates. I'd rather keep my game forever with no updates or get updates but lose my game in the future. No studio ever in the history of games should be able to take the game back. That is a practice we need to stop. That is a practice we do not need to agree with, and we need to fight back on. And whatever I could do to help. I know Lewis Rossman was saying everybody changed the picture to Clippy a moment ago. I hope that's going to help. I'm not a big, Clippy dude, but hey, change the picture to Clippy or some shit. Like, do something. But we got to stop this. I'm just saying, this is crazy. This is just me. Now, studios require an online check-in. Hey, as long as you got good online and good system, it sucks. But hey, at least you're online. Taking your game away, bro. And you read it right there. Publishers can revoke CD keys without Steam intervening. I have had it happen myself. Now, I do understand in specific cases. Let's say there is a beta, right? And you have access to a beta version of a game. They didn't take the beta version away because it was strictly a beta that you were supposed to play during a beta phase. I understand. That beta was not supposed to exist outside of the time frame. That I agree with. But once a game is for sale and purchased, that is their game. I'm just saying. So, Camille, removing the game from the library, the worst. I agree. If buying is not owning, then piracy is not stealing. That's the number one saying you've been hearing going around, right? You've been hearing that going around. Now, on the other one, I'm going to pull up what you said on the other one. I prefer spending money on unfinished game, and the glorious example is Cyberpunk 2077 that I spent over 2077 hours in. Hear me out. Cyberpunk 2077 version is completely different than current 2.3. It was a completely different game and different features and mechanics, and I still prefer 1.2 over 2.3. Oh, well said. Okay, well said. I'm with you on that. There is certain things that can change in earlier versions of games versus other ones. So if you get the $60, you're right. You can still get updates. Updates can come at a later time. I did not say that couldn't. That still exists. You can get updates at a later time, right? To fix those issues that you're having with that $60 games. I just pay the $80 and get it early. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those, man. My wife to turn me to a bougie bitch too, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just go bougie bitch mode. And that's one of them ones. Now, let's see. That is, yep. Without further ado, that is choose your bae. Let's go. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Now, my dude, man, if he come in, he come in. We always got to take out the show with DJ C Money. None other, the one other, the dun dudder, the one brother who don't stutter. You know what I'm saying? So DJ C Money, come up, man. We let you say the last words, man. It's like Russell Simmons. Have you ever watched Def Comedy Jam and seen Russell Simmons? He come out. You know what I'm saying? It's like a outgoing party without DJ C Money taking us out. But I want to say everybody out there who has won the games on Twitch, shout out to y'all. Y'all keep earning. I see somebody in the chat earned the game earlier. As far as the giveaway, I was supposed to do that before the stream. We got late. You can see the stream started late. So we got to get the giveaway going on X for them. And anybody who is on Twitch right now watching, you can just earn a Steam key, man, just by watching on Twitch as we're trying to gain Twitch followers as well. YouTube gonna be having, YouTube gets certain things. They get shorts and they get other things, and Facebook gets, so every platform gets something special. All right, every platform gets, X don't get all the posts, right? They don't get all the posts. They get certain posts. So every platform gets something special. Now, DJ C Money, it seems like DJ C Money is out of there. So we're going to go ahead and take it out. Yo, without further ado, shout out everybody, man. My man, Joshua Drake, all the way back like Ajax, Flapjacks, Cracker Jacks. You know what I mean? And I see my man DJ C Money. There we go. My dog's here. Yo, shout out Camille, man. Shout out who else I forget? I got so many people, man. Neo. Shout out who was that? Steven. Shout out Sean. Shout out, yo, I got so many people, man. All right, I'm forgetting who to shout out. Okay, Hardware, shout you out. But without further ado, man, let's bring in the man who take us out every time, man.
Nick, what's up, buddy?
Man, I'm chilling, man. What's going on? Man?
How are you, man?
Man, I'm chilling like a villain, man. How you feeling?
The same, chilling as a villain.
All right, I hear you, man. Yo, I want to say, man.
I do have the time.
I knew he was gonna go to. I to it. What you gonna say, man?
I have been in pain, serious pain, dude.
Why?
Tooth,
what's up?
Man, my tooth, the sore in the back.
Oh, which one? Is it one all the way in the back?
Then my little brother been dropping on me.
Oh, man.
I don't care.
Yo, I'm going to tell you this, man. Yo, Camille.
Man.
Yo, I'm going to tell you this straight up, man. Somebody dealt with, yo, get that shit pulled or do whatever. If they got to save it or whatever, go. Yo, that dentist, man, I'm telling you, dentists work miracles, man.
But you know what, that guy, but you know what, that guy is not hurting no more. So hallelujah for them.
Yo, I was almost toothless, man. Look, I was almost toothless, bro. I'd rather have something.
Yeah, like
did nothing.
Yeah, like a newborn.
You know what I'm saying? I was about to be toothless, bro. I'd rather have overbites, underbites, crooked. I'd rather have anything. I was about to be toothless, man. Then it saved me, man.
What's up trying to have knuckles along, man? You know? Niggas frozen right now.
Lost connection. DJ C Money. They must not want you to shut out lost connection, man. Shout out lost connection. I shouted out Doctor, man.
Shout out to the chat, man.
Shout out to the chat, man.
Everybody.
Shout out to the ladies.
Yo,
you know what I mean? All the ladies out there. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. All the ladies. Give it up for them.
Hold on. What I'm saying?
Man, gone, man. Out and about, man.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Folks out, man. You know what I'm saying? But DJ C Money, you know what time it is, man. People wait for you, man. It's like I told them. It's like Russell Simmons, man. I told them if you watch Def Comedy Jam, you know, every time it was either Martin, it was somebody big, and they say, yo, we got to bring up the man of the hour, man. He gonna take us out. And Russell Simmons come out of nowhere. He walk up there, and they be like, Russell, man, you got to take us out. Every night, man. You know what I mean? That's how we do. It ain't a going away without Russell, man. So without further ado, DJ C Money.
Yo,
it's on you.
Yo,
Volume 2.
Hey, you already know, man. Let's do it right, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's get it. Take us out, man.
But hey, before I do this, everybody say a prayer for me. I've been in a lot of pain. But I do know that there is a healer up above. You know? You know what I'm saying? So let's kick it.
Big facts.
Can I get an amen to that?
Yeah, amen.
I feel
yo, big shout out to Joshua Drake, man, for the $5 dono, man. We got to go at $5 dono, man.
Yo.
We see you, JD. We see you, man.
Yo,
dono,
thank
man.
you so much for the donation, brother.
Call them out. You get the shout out, man. Get the big shout out, man. We ain't gonna do you like that, man.
Yo, where you go at?
Yo, Joe, man, good question, man. Joe usually hit me. You know, Joe be working too, man. Joe be in the kitchen, man. He be in the kitchen, chefing, man. Hard working man. One of the hardest. That's why we call him Admin Joe G.I. Joe, man.
Joe, if you watching this, man, shout out to you, my guy. All right, let's do this. Seriously, let's do this. Everybody, and everybody that's watching this, everybody in the chat.
Can you dig it, sucker?
No.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Can
you dig it, sucker?
I'm doing her name right, Cam. I'm gonna say that name right, Cam. Hold on.
You got it, man. Talk to him, man.
Hold on. Am I saying that name right, Cam?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
You got it, man.
Cam, try to talk to Wayne. Shout out to the ladies! Drake and Josh. I appreciate you for the donation, my dog. You a real one.
Real one. Real one.
The everybody that wasn't tonight, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. You can do anything else.
No.
But then you watch the show. You're not gonna go home, everybody. But you know what?
Gotta get the hell up out of here.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Yeah.